What is going on, people of YouTube? My name happens to be Kurtyoy, and welcome to another team reviews, possibly the last one. Now, this is coming from Mr. Apologise for pronunciation already, Sakib Aslam, and hopefully it's going to be uploaded before the curfew for this game week. But if it isn't, because I plan to go, how long this has took me, this one, because my brain was not thinking, it was so tough to decide on with all the transfers and everything. I plan to go to sleep about, I don't know, 12:30. It's now 1:30. My goodness. So I'm going to get this done. And basically, this guy's team is at the side of me. If you want to get in with a chance, or if you've already missed, then I'll still take a question on Twitter. But tweet your team to me if you want any questions. If this is up after the curfew for the game week, or if it's before the game week, then I'll do a video on it nonetheless. Apologies for the wind. It's very windy, as you can tell, if the sound has come up, so I might turn my volume down a bit. Hopefully that's not coming up as bad anymore. Hopefully I'm still quite loud. But his team is as follows. Czech and Butland in goal. He's got Smaldini. No, wait. Mike Smalling, sorry, you got your name wrong. Wards, Sanya, Koscielny and Azpilicueta. He's in midfield 5 is Barkley, Özil, Willian, Ali and Mahrez, and then his up front is the Vardy party, Kanye West and Lukaku. So, big things to talk about. First of all, like the goalkeeper combination, best one in the league, I believe, unless Butland goes up in price. I know he's 5.3 now, so unless he goes up in price, it's going to be him and Czech and someone else. And I also, this is the first time I've had, apart from goalkeeper, first time I had a few changes to make everywhere. If you have got your wildcard in, that is brilliant. If you haven't, then I was going to put some suggestions on who to replace who with. So first of all, Mike Smalling, 6.7 million, cash in on him. Is so worth it. I mean, you could go, so you go hell bent. I've put Smalling out and Dier in. You could go Smalling out, maybe Simpson in. Because Simpson is still playing for the rest side that's solid. They've got quite a few clean sheets to their name in the last 5 or 6 games, so they are looking good to go and ready to challenge for the Premier League title, even with the lack of signings in January, because their team is as a whole, united. However, I do feel this is a bit of a Liverpool back when Suarez was there. They're just going to miss out on it, unfortunately. I do think Arsenal are still the favourites, but looking at the team, Smalling out, and I'd say Dier in. Then we've also got Ward out, and I've put Simpson in. But if you haven't got your wild card, I'd say Smalling is a priority to get out. You bring Simpson in, you have so much money. I mean, look at the price gaps. It's 6.7 for Smalling, that's 4.1 for Simpson. That's 2.4 million you're going to get just from that one player, which is mental to think about. So if you're looking at that, thinking, oh, okay, burn a bit of the money back into Dier, you've got yourself a decent looking defence, because with Simpson and Dier there, you've got, a City defender. With company or without company, they're looking strong. Koscielny, an Arsenal defender, they're looking strong. Azpilicueta, a Chelsea defender, if Hiddink can get the team under wraps, they're going to be looking strong. Leicester are looking strong. And you've also got Tottenham, who are looking strong. There's a big chance for competition there. That's what I like to see. Moving on to the midfield now. I identified a few question marks and then one transfer. So the question marks are for Barkley and Özil. Now Barkley, because he hasn't performed in the last few game weeks. However, the thing that has stopped me from getting rid of him in this team was that a double game week is approaching for Everton. Now, people have rumoured about it being game week 25. I don't think that's going to happen. Simple fact, we've got a midweek game week here. Then we've got Saturday game week. Then we also have a midweek game week again, which I believe it even could be a Champions League. I'm not entirely sure on that. Don't quote me. I'm not saying it definitely is Champions League, but that is what keeps me in with Barkley. Because even then, you put him on the bench for one game as long as you haven't got too many players having the double game week, and then simple enough. You're looking at a fact of Barkley getting at least 4 points if he plays in both games. So he is going in there. Another question mark is Özil. All-round performance really has been poor in the last few games. Hasn't got an assist, I think, in the last 4 games. So it's worrying times for Özil indeed, as he's got 16 assists and only 1 goal, so he can't even rely on the goals he'll be scoring. And the reason he's a question mark is because you don't want to lose, you don't want him to drop down in price and still have him when he's not performing, like having a second season of a Fabregas and just, tower off towards the ends. So keep an eye out on them too. But my one transfer is for Mr. Willian of Chelsea. He is to be taken out, and a player to come in is Mikel Antonio. Now, I've raved about putting him in. There is a reason why he's in, and I'll get to that in a secondo. But Willian out and Antonio in. Antonio, if he can hold down a first team spot, will get loads and loads of points. Not straight away. He's not going to score 20 each week. He may not even score an assist or goal each week, or just 2 more. But he will get game time because they are constantly having injuries there. And with Lanzini and players like that out, he will get game time. And he's also, proved himself so far this season, having a few decent goals and assists to his name on his record already. So he is to be considered. However, this could all be put in the bag, because if you just get Smalling out and you bring in, Simpson, then you've got, you can make your changes. However, I'll continue because I've sort of stopped. But Smalling out and Simpson in could help with this next bit. Now, 3 strikers I do like. Vardy scored a goal at the weekend, and you got Kane. Well, he's just on fire at the moment, and also Lukaku, who is having a dry spell. So that's where I'm identifying a bit of a change there. I am saying Vardy out and a striker of your choice in. Now, if you're following all of this and you still got your wild card, this is good, because Vardy out and you got a selection of cheap strikers. I'll get into them in a sec. And then you bring Lukaku out and you got Aguero in. 13.5 million is hugely expensive, but you are paying for a goal scorer who will score you goals. As long as he stays fit, then it's good. If he gets injured, make sure you rush on to Fantasy Premier League and get him out of there. Because like De Bruyne, he's gone out 0.3. So you could bring him in, potentially get injured this game week, you could lose out on 0.3. That would be monumentally disastrous, if that's even a word. I don't think it is. But those would be the next 2 changes now. The cheap striker, I identified a few of my best. There they are. I've got 5 on the back. First of all, I did just write down on here, as you can see, Mr. Antonio Valencia. There we go. I don't know why I said that, but Valencia. There we go. Mikel Antonio coming in the field, and another West Ham boy, Valencia up top. 5.8 million. Reason being, he's come back to the team, he's scoring goals, and he scored it against a big team and a small team. So he proves he can do it anywhere he wants, home and away, I think. I'm not sure. I just guessed on that one. Then we've got Benicophobe, my boy, 6.1 million. Simple reason for bringing him in. I think he's going to be a star, at least 10 goals this season. I'll put my money on it. If there was a betting that I could put it on, then I would open an account and put money on it, which I think is an absolutely banging return you get for that. Then we've got a few questionable ones. Now, I'm going to go on to the least questionable, then the most questionable. So the least questionable is Mr. Troy Deeney, 5.2 million. Very, very cheap for a good striker that's scored 6 goals and 8 assists. And, 5.2 million allows you to strengthen loads of other players. You could bring up Barkley and get Firmino of that money. Also, then we've got Mr. Emmanuel Adebayor, 5.8 million. Now, he is on there for the simple reason when he is brought into new clubs, like we've seen, with when Tim Sherwood went to Tottenham, he scored quite a few goals, and new teams he seems to do well. And I feel like if Guardiola can get the best out of him, he will be a goal scorer. 10 plus goals, possibly. 5.8 million. If he does score 10 plus goals, absolute bargain. Then we've got the most questionable of all, Mitrovic. Would it be worth bringing him in? Maybe. You've got Xavier, you've got Shelby, and you've got Townsend around him. You've got Doumbia as well to maybe play off Mitrovic, or Mitrovic to play off Doumbia. You've got so many options. Now he's got a good team around him. Can he perform? But I'm going to do the numbering system, basically where I will tell you if you haven't got your wild card, there we go, that's the word, then you can make these transfers in order. So Smalling out, Dier in is number 1. Then I'd say Ward out and Simpson in, because Leicester are looking strong and Palace are looking bad. Then we've got Vardy out, Valencia in, because Valencia is going to be doing well. Then we've also got Willian out and Antonio in, gives Willian a bit of chance to sort of get a few goals and get his price bumped up. And then we've got Lukaku out and Aguero in. Bearing in mind, if you do need to rush this, and you do need money, and you have got your, your wild card, you can just go Smalling out and Simpson in, cut that step out completely, and then you've got a good chance of getting him quicker, because then you can just get rid of maybe Vardy for Valencia, or Vardy even for Dini, and then third transfer, you've got it down. I also see you've got a free transfer, but it's definitely Smalling out and Dier in. But there we go. Hopefully that's sorted. Also, one quick thing, if you want to get Azpilicueta or cheaper Chelsea defender, Azpilicueta for Zuma is a good choice. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry I've talked so long. If you like this video, then leave a like, leave a thing in the comments down below, and subscribe if you feel like I'm worthy. Did that very quick. Thank you to at Saki14 or Sakib Aslam again. Sorry for the pronunciation. I'm awful at it. Hopefully this has helped. Hopefully this has helped other people to notice a few decent strikers on this episode of Team Reviews. Possibly the last one. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for making the series so fantastic. And peace.